Overtime editor Ann Silvio talks with Lesley Stahl.
Lesley, you interviewed Donald Trump earlier this year when he was still a candidate.
Right.
Now he's president-elect, and you got the first television interview with him.
You exhausted?
Well, it's been a wild ride, I'll tell you that.
Did you sense any change in him?
Oh yeah, I saw quite a change. He was much more subdued, much more serious. The other interesting thing is in the first interview, he kind of sat on the edge of the chair and leaned in at me. And in this one, I really did have the feeling that, that the sense of gravity and how big the problems are, it was sinking in, washing over him.
Lesley, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Mr.
Thank
Trump.
you.
You're president-elect.
Thank you.
I think he wanted the public to know that he understood that he had to shift gears and pay attention to the responsibilities now.
You know, I'll conduct myself in a very good manner.
But he would not admit to any mistakes, any regrets. He would not apologize. You said some really harsh things during the campaign, some ugly things. And I wonder...
And very ugly things were said about me.
That's true. But you did too, and you're president, about to be president. Do you regret, do you wish you hadn't said some of the things?
I think it was probably, most of it was necessary to win.
Do you want to apologize to anybody? No?
What good does it do?
Well, I don't know, maybe it heals something.
I don't, look, these are tough people. I was competing against very tough people. They're not babies.
One of the big questions here is about what Trump is going to do with his business enterprise while he's holding office. What did you learn there?
Well, he told me that his three older children, were going to run his business. And interesting, as you'll see in the interview, he said, you know, the business means nothing to me anymore. Are you going to divest yourself?
I built a great company. I have some of the great assets in the world, real estate assets. I don't care about it anymore. This is so important what I'm doing. And you know, the people believe this. This is so important what I'm doing. I don't care about I own a building in Manhattan and I have nice tenants. My kids will run it. They'll run it well. It runs
and never
easy.
talk to you about it?
They won't talk to me. Now, the laws are very soft on this whole matter. I don't have to do anything. You know, I don't know if you know this, I don't have to do anything.
There may be some laws about the kids working in the administration, nepotism laws, but there's really no legal reason that he cannot discuss the business with his kids.
At one point he said that the election showed that the press is weaker than people thought.
I want to say this gracefully, but I think the press has shown that it's much weaker than people thought, because nobody has ever been hit by press like I have, and I'm here. The New York Times, as an example,
You're obsessed
cannot...
with the press.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
mentioned it.
No, I'm not obsessed with it. You were the one that brought it up, not me.
I brought it up, and I wanted just to shoot myself because we'd already heard enough of that. The bitterness toward the press is real, alive, and deep.
The country is so divided right now. How do you go into an interview like that when presumably half the country is going to be unhappy with the interview no matter what?
I know, and I worried about that. I worried that half the country was going to think I wasn't tough enough, but I also, having covered the White House for 10 years, know that there's two things involved when someone wins an election and becomes POTUS, President of the United States. There's the office and there's the man. And I was always confronted with that when I covered past presidents, and I treated him that way. I treat him as the office and show it respect, and also try to hold him accountable for things he had said and done, and try to strike that balance.
So you had to make an adjustment in your mind.
Yes, because he was now going to embody the office.
Do you think viewers are going to see movement in this interview on Mr. Trump's positions?
Absolutely. I do think there's movement on his positions. I got very much the impression that he thinks about the positions he took, that they were really opening bids in a negotiation. He pulled back on Obamacare a little bit. He pulled back on deportations a little bit. He certainly pulled back on special prosecutor on Hillary Clinton. Are you going to ask for a special prosecutor to investigate Hillary Clinton over her emails? And are you, as you had said to her face, going to try and put her in jail?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to think about it. I feel that I want to focus on jobs.
Some people might see that as a willingness to negotiate, and other people might see that as walking back on his promises.
There's always been a question throughout this campaign as to whether the people who support him really did take him literally. There's a lot of speculation that they never did, that they liked his tone, they liked him expressing their anger, and I think a lot of people, his supporters and many others, didn't take him literally on every single thing he promised.